Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny, and we are now about to dive into our next match. Thank you for your patience. I actually missed the countdown as we were coming into it with the warm-up round and such, but we did not change GoTV servers this time around, so that basically means that we are now going to be diving into this So right now, as you can see, TyLoo did win the knife round by about 2 guys. Nothing too terribly big about that, but at the same time, they will have the right to choose CT or T side. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go with either side, because this is kind of one of those more balanced maps. You can expect the threshold score of both teams to be either 7 or 8 points, 7 or 8 rounds, whatever have you in between, and I dare say that J2G is going to need every single round that they can get against TyLoo. I mean, any team in Asia is going to need every single round that they can get if they're playing against TyLoo, to be perfectly honest. It's very seldom seen that they drop a map to any team domestically within China. I've seen non-Chinese teams that have been more than capable of taking a map off of them, but this is the situation at hand. And it looks like a pretty heavy B stack coming, or excuse me, A stack coming into from J2G. Getting a very nice opening frag. Overzealous Fancy. It's going to be attacker of getting one refrag. Oh, he's immediately retaken down by Bali. He's now continuing to battle things out from Palace. He's very low in the way of HP. He's got Kevlar. Will help him survive at least 2 center mass shots. Back to 3 versus 3 as Captain Mo is evening things up. DD gonna bring it back to 3 versus 2. And now we got Southpaw taking down a jumping DD. I didn't know TyLoo could actually fly like a real dragon, but I found out today. Oh my god, the turnaround, the knife! Oh my god, Captain Mo. I mean, like, it was right place, right time, ran out of ammo, and just switched out to the right weapon and the right job. Gets $1,500 to his name on top of getting the defuse. If he wanted to, he could buy an M4 on this round. Definitely. He's already had enough money for a full buy if he wanted, but question is, what's he gonna go with for that? I mean, like, really, the focus of this round shouldn't necessarily be just absolutely slaughtering J2G. It should really just be holding their push, and they've got the superior firepower that's going to take to do that. Interesting that he doesn't invest in more utilities at the moment, but J2G, they are very wary of the fact that they managed to get the bomb plant down, and so they didn't buy Kevlar or armor or helmets or anything like that with these upgraded pistols. The reason for that is I imagine they want to play off of the next round where they will be able to purchase AK-47s. I mean, they haven't even made a single frag to their names, unfortunately. It's on FLX. Looks like he's gonna go down indeed, too fancy. And I mean, that's a bank building round. This round has been a paycheck for TyLoo. Playing the angles very well. Didn't lose a single man on this, and again, it just makes them economically stronger. Is J2G going to be going for AK purchases? It looks like no, they are not. If they could have gotten the bomb plant down on the previous round, however, they would have had more than enough money to actually go ahead and make that purchase. Nice little jump coming out from DD. And attacker is going to be getting aggressive. He's actually pushing a little bit into aim towards T-spawn. That's Bali just covering his tracks fairly well, and that's an aggressive push up mid. They're going to abuse the mispositioning of the entire team of TyLoo. Now going into bomb site B. It's going to be, wow, 2 for 1 here. The Molotov does finish Bentet down, and they are going to get the bomb plant. 3 versus 3. Not much in the way of armor. Weapons they seem to be making the best of are not working all that well. But jump coming out, jumping a headshot from Excurate. And who could blame him for that? He's really got a fake on the defuse to pull Bali out of apartments, and now looks like we're gonna be taking it like champs, I guess you could say. But this should be the first rifle round coming out from J2G, and it should be more than a well-equipped buy, really. The question is, can they make this one count? Weapons are on hand. AWP, 4 AK-47s. Oh boy. And TyLoo, I mean, they're not in such a, I guess you could say, a godlike position. If they were all to be taken down, eliminated this round, then, I mean, Fancy would be in a very good position, but Captain Mo definitely getting a nice start by waiting at the exit point, or entrance, palace entrance into bomb site B. Bomb site A, rather. God. Sorry, this is what happens when you only get 3 hours of sleep in your casting. Smoke in connector, attacker gonna back up, and that's actually, he's getting overpeaked by Bantet, and that's gonna be back to 4. However, nice carryover spray from DD, gets a double kill off of that, and somebody, last man standing, gonna land one to the face and one to the body onto Excurate, if I read that correctly. This is a very painful position for J2G to be in. But they are going to make another rebuy, and really the only odd man out on the purchase this time around is Excurate, because if I'm not mistaken, I think he purchased an op last round. Although I may be wrong, because of course it's not the best idea to, not the best play in the book certainly, to give a guy with 200 ping and AWP. At mid, we will see Bantek get the opening frag of the round. We're going to be seeing a refrag coming in from Captain Mo, and Excurate's just going to stay behind smoke while he retrieves an AK-47. Playing at mid. They're trying to put Captain Mo in a very uncomfortable position, but somebody coming in to reinforce that incendiary toss back. Was that? But I thought maybe for a minute it was Benta, but no. Auto observer. I gotta get used to this. Here we are. Bali. Looks like it's going to be a rotate back towards A main entrance. They're not going to try a connector entrance, and they've got a lot of manpower stacked onto connector. If we actually see Southpaw poke out here now, I think he could get quite a few chunks off of Fancy at the very least. But he's waiting for his teammates to get into position and get ready to toss what is literally their last 2 utilities into this. That is Flashbang going into A main. Rotate now coming in from TyLoo as they realize that J2G has rotated. A little bit clumped up. That's the only complaint I've got at this moment while they're on defense. Excurate does see the target in double. Bali gets 2 frags to his name. Bomb has been planted. It's 3 versus 2. Very low HP on J2G right now. But Bali wins that duel. Is it going to be a retake? It's going to be a play to retake on somebody. Excurate nearly is going to finish this off for his team. Makes this a round that is barely profitable. So J2G have managed to build into a round that is absolutely economically devastating to TyLoo. You can see they've spent all of their money on a full purchase because they have to really. I mean, aside from the fact that they have to, you can see that they can't afford full utilities on a couple of their players, and on top of that, J2G, if they're able to win this round, oh man, that was a smoke. He saw that grenade coming out, just knew immediately where to aim. J2G really, they have to make this round count, otherwise they're gonna be in an awful position economically next round. And it's not a good way to start it, but Bali does punish an over-aggressive player unable to get a second follow-up. Of course, bomb site B belongs to the T's, but they don't have the bomb. So it's a little bit unfortunate right now. They're not able to capitalize on the situation by, you know, if they're going to lose this round, then they're not going to get that extra $800 for the bomb plant. A little bit unfortunate right now, but it is 2 versus 4. A couple of low HP players coming out from TyLoo. I mean, attack, you just sneeze on him, he's gone. But a couple of bullets in center mass for Captain Mo, and he's done for as well. The real question is, what is the modus operandi of J2G at this moment? Are they going to be playing for win, or are they playing for saves? Right now, they're pretty divided. Cool, and that's not going to be one that's won out by Bali. Southpaw looking for one. He's going to get it. Immediately gets blindsided by DD, if I'm not mistaken. And J2G looks like they are going to go back to some form of an eco. I maybe get a few upgraded pistols in there. But for the time being, all I see is a Beagle. 4 seconds left to buy, and are they going to go for it or not? A couple of P250s to accompany that one Deagle, and also some flashbangs coming out of Bali as well. It looks like it's just going to be a straight-up unanimous B rush. All the players getting bomb site B on schedule. They have to make those opening shots count. That's a jump and a nicely tossed frag grenade. Look at how low J2G has been taken just from utilities, not bullets. Not a single shot has been fired. And now, look at this. Somebody, he's lining it up. He's getting, it looks like a quad there. I can't be entirely certain. No, it's a triple, and it looks like he's going for the quad. Just execution style onto Excurate there, unfortunately. Solid play thus far coming from TyLoo. For those of you who don't know, their name is actually representative of the term TyLoo in Chinese, which is some kind of a dragon from ancient Chinese mythology and lore. I never actually read the story about this dragon from my university studies, but it's now a quasi-buy coming out from J2G, going with Tech 9 and armor. And they are aiming for the plant on this one. They have found it. Looks like attacker's going to be shutting down two players. And now frag grenade coming in, and it's all on Fantep, but he's unable to actually carry out his duty, unfortunately. Seven rounds to the CTs, Chinese champions of CFG. The last LAN that they actually successfully competed in. It's a little bit unfortunate, you know, I mean, they flew out to IEM Taipei, and literally 1 hour before the competition begins, they can't compete in the tournament because of what happened to QZ. It's gonna be Southpaw going into Palace here. He's gonna take one bullet. Goes out at just the right time to take down attacker, but is immediately refragged, shut down by Fancy. I don't see any rotations headed towards Palace from the J2G end of things. But it looks like they might decide to back off here, and they just say, okay, if Fancy has an op, I do not want to be on the other end of the crosshair. So, looks like they're going to be moving now towards mid, potentially B. Somebody got actually getting kind of aggressive here. If he actually goes down here, then we could see a real play for B, but it looks like they're not prepped for him to actually be in apartments waiting for them. Excurate comes out on top and wins the duel against Fancy. That's back to 4 versus 3, and if we look at the minimap, the bomb carrier is actually heading towards bomb site A. And A connector entrance is more or less open. FLX taking down Captain Mo. 4 versus 2. This is looking solid, but of course we've seen TyLoo work their way through clutches before. ED gonna get a double kill before he's taken down. He's basically done his duty. And now who is that at A main but somebody God, and he's coming in James Bond style. Both of these guys facing the same direction as the FAMAS. FAMAS versus AK. Bali aims for the head, pulls the trigger. That's all he needs to do. Expensive win coming in for J2G, but at the same time, they do manage to salvage an AWP, and we can see clearly where the economic damage is done. Yes, they did win off of eliminations. Yes, they did get the bomb plant, but two players are not going to be able to afford AK-47 purchases for themselves. There was a drop somewhere, it looks like, in all of that. We do actually have a Tech 9. I mean, like, what I mean to say here, okay, I did call that wrong, but what I mean to say here, rather, is the fact that the purchase is less than immaculate. It's not the way they want it to be, but Excurate with the AWP does his job and potentially opens up a path for them to play into bomb site B, but they don't know how empty it is. This is actually this has been TyLoo's Achilles heel. This has been J2G's route back into the game, but as I say that, we finally have somewhat of a late rotation from Captain Mo, now going into bomb site B. And now the rest of the team as well. This has been something of a fake, but now they're committed to this. They're already out on apartment balcony, and that's attacker. Just I feel as though that was kind of a situational awareness issue coming from Bali. But now it's 3 versus 1. The bomb plant is going down, and DD doesn't want to play for saves. Like, I feel as though there's a part of TyLoo that's only giving this match maybe 10% of their fullest efforts. That's why we don't see DD going for the save. He's going to try and play this for the win, it looks like, or at least try and get some exit frags. No, I'm eating my words. As I look at the minimap and as I call that, he's actually heading back towards apartments, and now he's in T-spawn, so save confirmed. I mean, we've seen them do this before. They're outnumbered, they're outgunned, and they'll still go for, you know, the defuse, the retake. It happened the last round where we actually saw J2G get a win. But now the economy here is actually pretty broken for TyLoo, and I can understand the decision for DD to go back because, to be honest, the proof is in the pudding. You can see it right there on the left-hand side of your screen. Economically speaking, no one can afford an M4. Well, I'm sorry, somebody can afford an M4 technically, but he can't afford armor or, you know, just Kevlar. He can't afford a $650 purchase to complement that. But we do see upgraded pistols coming in to support what is coming from DD and his M4A4. J2G play this out perfectly. They should be fine. But TyLoo, they're one of those teams that can do work with Eagles. And DD, I mean, just opening up there, getting aggressive against what he thought was going to be probably a mass stack towards bomb site A, will actually get a pick and fall back. Very smart decision, but he's immediately refragged by Bantet. More or less free. Holy sweet mother of aggression. Captain Mo going through T-spawn and Excurate just punishing that. 3 versus 2. There is still an M4 on hand for TyLoo at the moment. They've also got a Deagle and a 5.7 to support that. There it is, Bentet getting one in Palace. Looks like we're going to be having a 4-on-2 situation, and I don't see any reason for at least somebody to, you know, go in there and make this a more expensive game. But Fancy has been shut down now with that M4, and this is looking like the best round that J2G has had since entering this tournament. Rather, I mean to say, since entering this map against TyLoo. Sorry, if I said it would be insulting for me to say this is looking like the best round they've had in this tournament. That was a complete slip of the tongue, guys. I mean to say in this map against TyLoo. Finally, we do have something of a purchase coming in from TyLoo. A little bit ghetto in some ways, as you can see. Captain Mo is a glass cannon. The rest of the team only has 1 or 2 utilities and full suits of armor, along with their FAMAS or M4. Entry utilities now being tossed into bomb site A. But is it a fake or is it real? It's looking more and more, yeah, definitely a fake. Now just look at the minimap, and they're gonna be on bomb site B pretty soon. Gonna get that bomb plant, almost perfectly uncontested. Attacker now in marketplace, but he's been spotted, and that's gonna be Southpaw getting vengeance for his teammate. Somebody coming in from B short, gonna land 2 headshots onto B and onto Bantet, excuse me. 2 versus 3 now. Oh boy, flick of the wrist, and that's all it takes. I mean, for Southpaw there's no reason for them to overpeak, but that's volley aiming towards Captain Mo. He's now taken down, and then we see X-Ray get the refrag onto Captain Mo. Fake on the defuse. A total face check. He knows it's fake, and now, oh boy. I feel as though there's a pre-fire coming in just a little bit too early there for Fancy, and maybe he knows it in some ways. You can't defuse and shoot at the same time, of course. I mean, that's kind of common sense, but maybe if he had just waited a split second longer, who knows, who knows. It was probably too late for him to actually defuse anyway. He even realized that. He managed to save his M4, and now J2G are looking like they're in a solid position, getting there economically, not quite at that point just yet. As we can see, Excurate has enough to buy a spare AK-47 for one of his teammates. I think potentially to go with an op. He could go glass cannon if he had to. Entry now just being made with power hitting dams given, and J2G is making the entrance real. While he can hear the fire, he's banking on getting something through the blind fire. You can hear someone in CT is going to get that, and now it's a huge group of CTs over at Connector and Jungle. Of course, Puzzle Staircase. Wait for the retake. Of course, this is looking a little bit rough for TyLoo. But Jacquard and Juggernauts are playing this very well. Much better than their performance on Cobble against TyLoo, but 5-1. Is this going to be a clean sweep? No, we're going to see Attacker get a double kill, make it a little expensive for J2G. But they do manage to salvage the AWP, which is important. And here we are with, now it looks like, pretty decent bank of... Okay. I could potentially see them making a full buy should they happen to lose this round. TyLoo going in with full purchases now, and it's looking better than the purchase the round before last. What I mean to say is on round 12, when we saw a glass cannon out of Captain Mo. Getting aggressive right now, going into Palace, and looks like, I don't know, that's an aggressive entrance coming in from Tees on Palace, but wait a minute. If they're not careful, they could get caught out here by Attacker. Attacker heard the footsteps. He's going to get one headshot, immediately refragged, however. So back to 3 versus 3. Positioning is of the essence now, and that is going to be 2 Ts heading through T-spawn, and that is Captain Mo on the chase. 3 versus 1 here. The positioning here from Fancy isn't too terribly bad. Oh, but the flank. I wasn't paying attention to the minimap. I do apologize. Refrag by Excurate. 2 versus 2. Last 2 CTs on bomb site A. Looks like it's going to be... I don't know, is this the second or third time this round they've changed their minds and decided to go to bomb site B? Respectable decision nonetheless. Like, they probably think we're going to bomb site A. Let's go to B. Yeah. Long rotate, and the entry utilities have been tossed, so that basically ends the curiosity of DD right now. Of course, they could hear that from across the map, the explosion. And very slow plant coming in. They don't know who's in bomb site B, but finally they're even faking it. They're so paranoid. They know how hard it is to play against TyLoo. Oh boy. I mean, it took them 20 additional seconds to get the bomb planted, but I mean, TyLoo now playing for the retake. They're taking their sweet time to get there. Fancy turning every corner, checking every nook and cranny in Marketplace. Shooting the window, reveals his position. It's going to be center mass on to DD from Excurate, and Bentet's going to hit the head of Fancy. And that is going to put round number 7 in their pocket. I mean, is this 6 rounds in a row I just saw J2G take against Team TyLoo? This is... I don't know how else to put it, you know? But for those of you just now tuning in, TyLoo did take map number 1 on Cobble against J2G, and all of a sudden we see J2G making some miracle plays, really miracle plays against Team TyLoo. This toss on that Molotov, but now they're making the entrance. 5 Thomas purchases coming out from players who are of the Dragon, but holy sweet mother, Bantet just jumping through an over puzzle into smoke and going full-blown Rambo on this. Bomb has been planted, and now we having FLX getting 1 refrag. It looks like he's low on HP, and this is going to be the final round of the first half going to TyLoo. Not necessary to salvage that op, considering it's not there. I mean, like, there's no next round, but it's a nice thing to have down as a reflex coming out of attacking. But here we are now. 8 rounds to 7, and the pistol round is going to be very important to whoever takes it. If J2G wants to see map number 3, I feel as though they will have to get the pistol round. And I feel as though, you know, we haven't seen their CT side on this map. We've seen their CT side on Cobble, which can be a very T-sided map. So what I'm going to say is I feel like we haven't seen the tip of the iceberg of this team. So let's see how they do on this. And Captain Mo, it looks like he was probably fiddling with something at his desk just a moment ago, as he's now getting to catch up with his teammates. It's a pretty heavy B stack, and the only one on site right now is Southpaw. decoy tossed in a bomb site B. That's basically more or less calling a bluff, but right now they're diving in, and Southpaw is gonna, I'm sorry, FLX is gonna get one from Detroit. Immediately refragged by Fancy, however, and Fancy's coming into aid. His teammate taking, putting so many bullets right now into that one CT. It's been refragged, however, 3 versus 3, no bomb plant coming in just yet. Fancy gonna bring it back to 3 versus 2. And they're in a dominant position thus far. They are now going to go for the bomb plant. A little bit too far to be a perfect grenade, but Bali will make up for it with a headshot. And he is looking for whoever would be at B short. That's a team flash coming in, and now 1 versus 1. Very low HP, 12. One to the center mass. That's all he needs, and that's going to be the pistol round going to J2G. However, we did see them win the first pistol round, so if I'm not mistaken, and they immediately No, I'm sorry. That was TyLoo had won the pistol round, because I remember there was that epic knife coming in from Captain Mo. So, we really have to see J2G as a team, make this round count. MP7 coming out from Bantet, and 3 FAMASes and a scout will compose the rest of the team's purchases. Excurate going to be playing with that scout up mid, and it's an anti-eco round coming in from Team TyLoo. Very interestingly enough, we actually see a UMP coming in for Somebody God. They put a lot of thought into these anti-eco rounds, and it looks like, I feel as though they have a very solid chance of taking this, especially the positioning right now. So many players stacked on a bomb site A. Missed flashes, it looks like, coming in. But here we are. They're going in 1 for 1 in the exchange already. Very low HP T's right now. Smoke is where the plant is going on, and smoke is where we'll see Bantet get shot through. That guy is, he's got the carry pants on, really. He's the second highest fragger on his team. Extra's going to go diving in through CT. He did actually just see Tacker over there on puzzle. Going to get that frag. And last man standing is in, has been spotted, and he's going to be taken down by Excurate as well. All that's left to happen now is the defuse coming in from J2G. So, profit-wise, this has been an expensive win, expensive-ish win coming in from J2G. They do make some marginal profit off this round, of course. But TyLoo, on the whole, they are going to have to really step up their game. They know how much money they can work with on rounds where they plant the bomb, and they've done that 2 in a row now. But where they overpurchase is where they kind of slow down their momentum going into rifle rounds, which is going to be the next round no matter what. And they haven't overpurchased this round, so more power to them. We can see that, they've only got upgraded pistols, and Somebody God has actually only got a CZ with no armor to complement that. Heavy B stack, they're going in right now. Already free firing into the Van's position, and that looks like it's going to be a salvage weapon, but Attacker taking a ton of damage there. Gets walled. It's already been a lot in the exchange. Free fire coming in here from Fancy. But I don't think it connected. Did it? No, not with a single target. Misplant there. Incendiary going down on the bomb. Oh no, wrong weapon, wrong time. I hate when I do that. Like, an enemy appears in front of me when I pull out a grenade. Just bad timing is to be blamed there. But now it's all on Excurate right now, and all he has on him is an AWP. It looks like he's going to be playing for a salvage on that. And the economic situation that we can see coming in here from J2G as a team is not looking too hot. We're talking $1,400. If Excurate can hold on to that, he'll be in a great position, but he's fighting for survival now, and it looks like he could very much so be hunted down. One player is going to be going for Palace, another is going to be going for A main. He hears the footsteps. That's the scariest part of all this. Oh! Pre-fire, but he's ready to hold against this, and it actually turns out to be a little bit more expensive for TyLoo than it needs to be. But that puts them, I mean, it's all right that when you stop and look at it on paper, this round they're all able to make full buys. No AWP coming out from any of them though. So suffice it to say, this is going to be a very difficult round for J2G. It's going to depend on positioning, how they defend the bomb site B, and how they take their fights. It's going to be very important. That's right, 5% hype. Hashtag CSGO Lounge is awesome. big stack on a bomb site B. 3 players going out up against 2. And that is going to be now, it looks like, Southpaw and FLX there. They've only got pistols on hand. Xcurate is at mid with that AWP, if I'm looking at this correctly. And now opening frags are taking place that they just take the site very cleanly. And Captain Mo getting one frag onto CT. Southpaw manages to get a double kill and snatch an M4 in the process, but is immediately shut down. So now J2G is in a lot of trouble. Getting 7 rounds is definitely respectable for them on the T side, because of course T side naturally has firepower advantage. You're talking about stronger weapons at a cheaper price, but of course they all make noise. You don't have the option of getting anything silenced. And coming out from the J2G side now, I mean, like this is the kind of the result. They have weaker weapons that are more expensive when it comes to the rifle buy menu. There it is. I mean, TyLoo off of this round, they turned it into a paycheck round. They go in and they get paid. And in order for J2G to break this state now, they have to win not 1 round in a row, but 2 on their rifle purchase round. Like we're talking, they are going to have to win without losing a single man this round, and basically turn it into 2 5-0s in a row in terms of manpower to really just shatter the TyLoo economy. Here we are now at FLX. He catches it, and that's going to be the opening frag of the round. He's going to gladly swap out that M4 for an AK. Somebody making the entrance, however, and he's blind firing out this box. He's going to duel with Southpaw and get him out of this. Now see Bantet coming in here very patiently with the AWP. And DD going to reposition for the plant. Bomb goes right in front of his face just as he's about to get opped. Now it's 2 AWPs versus an AK and an AWP. But big difference here is that J2G has to push into bomb site A. Pop flash is coming in. Just going to slow this down. One versus one now. I mean, Bantet and good God, the name's too long to actually read the names. Fake on that. Diffuse. Misses the flick. Switches to the pistol. Unfortunately, this is going to be not the round where J2G climbs back in to the driver's seat. And TyLoo are now... I mean, it's an expensive win, yeah, but they saved up for that rainy day. You can see it. And they could take even another rainy day, and I believe everyone would be able to make a full buy. And when I say rainy day, I mean, of course, getting a plant and 4 of their 5 players falling at the same time. This is looking like, I don't know, I feel like in some ways maybe J2G has thrown strategy out the window on this round, but I feel more like actually they're all buying to put themselves in about the same amount of ammo, giving each other individual budgets, if you will. But now it's worked on this round apparently. 3 versus 3 now is the name of the game, and not all of the players are on site from the T side, and that was a duel that somebody did not win against the 5.7 toter FLX. Oh my God, headshot, beautiful. Ooh boy, FPS Doug, boom, headshot from Captain onto J2G FLX. Can we get a boom headshot in chat, guys? Come on. Wave of boom headshot, please. Please, please. Alright, so now here we are. J2G on another full buy round. They have to make this one count. They have to. Entry utilities coming in as well as anti-entry utilities. The response is there from J2G. Playing this out fairly well. Oh my goodness, blind fire through the smoke. Not even a shot coming out from Excurate there, but the refrags are coming in, and as long as they continue to stay on top of those trades, they should win this out. Oh no, just as I say that. Bali, he took one. Like, it had to be a bullet that nicked him in the back, but it looks like finally it's going to come back to 2 versus 2. FLX getting that revenge for his fallen teammate. Pushing into bomb site A. The only one on site right now is Benzek. Oh man, that's... Yeah, well, actually he was doing pretty good on Cobble, but for some strange reason the game puts him at the bottom of his team's list, although he has a better KDR than, say, Southpaw. Valve logic, right? CSGO logic, right? Yeah. Alright, so here we go now. J2G. Last man standing was FLX, and he kind of jumped into his doom there. And now J2G is playing to avoid overtime with TyLoo. It's going to be forced buy, and we're talking about 3 smokes, 4 smokes, and a single flashbang grenade to complement what they have. It's worth noting that they all went for helmets. None of them just went for Kevlar vests and Kevlar vests only. I'll explain why that's important later, but friendly fire actually, that puts things at 3 versus 5 almost immediately, but immediately, again, 2 refrags coming in from Attacker and Fancy respectively. Ooh. And, sick nade toss, sick frag grenade coming out from Attacker. Bomb being planted by Attacker. It's actually shut down. It's all on Captain Mo. Oh boy, sick flick. Nearly no scope, but 1 versus 1. It puts the bullet where it needs to land, and Southpaw puts another 50 cents in the machine for his team. But right, so the reason why that's important, the reason why they bought, what I wanted to mention about that is that's an extra $350 against AK-47s and AWPs. When you stop and think about that for a minute, AK-47s and AWPs, I mean, no matter what, if a bullet lands on your head from either of those, you're dead. So, you know, buying a helmet is only useful if you want to reduce the amount of damage that's coming at you, if there is a surface between you and that AK-47. For example, a metal corner of a van, but I mean, like, it's just too situational to be real or feasible on this map. So what I mean to say is they kind of haphazardly bought extra armor when I feel like this is a map where it doesn't do that much good. Southpaw gonna get 1, 2, and it causes a little bit of friendly fire chaos amongst the TyLoo roster, but now it's 3 versus 2 as we do see Benzek coming in, getting a double, triple kill to his name, putting on those carry pants now. And that is B short where Captain Mo is. They know it, and they say, okay, let's just watch the bomb. We have it on site. We'll just watch it, make sure that he just doesn't push into us. Bali waiting immediately to the left of the entry fragger's perspective, but it's going to be Bantet getting away with a 4K at the end of this round. Not bad, Soldier, whatsoever. So back to 11-14. And TyLoo, they can't afford a perfect buy, not a full buy, not all of them. I mean, really, it's just DD. He's there, he's like, impulsively, hey, I got money, let's make a buy. Oh, wait, you guys, alright. Okay. But at this stage, I think they are more relying on individual skill than anything else. Are we going to see a third and final map is a very good question. J2G at 11 rounds now, and they don't have too much of a bank to work with. So, I mean, like, if they lose, I feel like that's just going to be GG, and that's it. Terrorist weapon's a little bit too cheap, inexpensive. I mean, not, you know, cheap in the sense that it's just, you know, something you don't want to face up against, or, you know, I don't know how to describe it. But there it is. Flicks. He does spot Sneak's tail end, does catch him jumping, and is going to get a frag first time. That's 2 very low HP targets, however. They're just on the other side of Puzzle in A main. X-Crit's gonna get 1, 2. Now they have to watch A main. All they have to do is really put bullets on that center mast. That's it. They've got 2 tries at this. It's actually 1 frag and a refrag. Does lightning strike twice in the same place? It does. He's aiming for the bomb carrier, or the bomb diffuser, not the person who's in front of him. Very smart move. But now they know where he is by process of elimination. Is he going to get the save on this one? It looks like the defuse at the last possible second, costing a lot in the way of manpower and weapons from J2G. Oh no. Was that a misdrop? No. Okay, he salvaged something. I could tell he wanted the AK-47, not the M4, but... You know, at least he's got a weapon in hand to save. That is to say, Southpaw. That round was something else from TyLoo. But our Jakarta Juggernauts are now looking like this could be one of their strongest rounds going at it. But TyLoo, they're being persistent here. They're just constantly rebuying. It feels like almost fully rebuying every round. But no matter what, after this round, I feel like they should be able to make a full purchase because J2G made it to 9 rounds. Then they won 3 in a row. If they win this one, then that means TyLoo stands to make... well, hold that thought. They're just pouring into bomb site B. The auto director takes us away. They want to show us a knife, not something action-packed like an entry into bomb site B. But here it is. Just 2 guys, DD and somebody, and that's going to be somebody taking down the Opera, immediately refragged by Fantasy. We're going to be seeing now DD coming around the side ends, back to 1 versus 1, jumping through the window, but getting the frag is very important for Bali. Expensive win for the J2G roster, but in some ways maybe well worth it. Only 3650 on Bali right now, so he's kind of the odd man out with the buys. You can see it right there. Wait, I'm sorry. Someone must have dropped him in M4, and yeah, that's what happened. FLX is actually the odd man out with the buys, but again, full armor, helmets, and the best they can do in the way of utilities right now as we get into a map score of 13 to 14. Oh boy, FLX taking a lot of heat, gonna just jump through B short. Entry utility is being tossed into A main, and they're coming at all directions. Connector, A main, you name it. Bali getting the opening frag of the round. Bantek gonna get a second refrag. It's gonna be now 3 versus 3, and now we got Captain getting a double kill, and that's gonna bring it back to 3 versus 2 in favor of TyLoo. Could this be lights out for J2G? We are waiting for them to make the retake a reality. FLX with only 12 HP, unnecessarily overextending in the early game, is going to be the worm on the hook here. He's actually the scout out on stairs, and now the teammates are just telling him, save. And now they know where they've got some idea of where he's going. They're just gonna pan out and try and find him, but at the same time, they're smart enough to leave 1 guy behind. They're not gonna pull a phase VP Neo defuse. Was it Neo who did that, or was it Pasha? Can't remember. But elimination win it will be as J2G. FLX is shot in the head, execution style. This is going to be very difficult for J2G. They don't have a lot of money to work with, and they're going to have to make a forced buy so that they can win this round, and they are praying for the next round to get them into overtime. However, if they can win this one, they will have the firepower. I mean, like, if they have one guy left over just to pick up an AK, that's a well-fought victory. All right, here we go. Three-man, 2-man split, and that, you know, with the position that we see the bomb in right now, I feel like it's going to be a B play. But wait, who's that getting aggressive right now in apartments? That's actually Southpaw. Oh, man. Is that necessary, though? Looks like there's a duel going on there. Captain Mo gets a frag, opening frag of the round. Auto director, give us something cool to look at, not some guy who's running through T-spawn, please. I mean, Fancy, I love you, but at the same time, you know, we just can't be delivering a less than quality viewer experience. Come on, guys, I'm one man. I can't do all the observing and the casting and the analysis and everything else like that in between. When we're talking about analysis, I have to think really, really hard, and then when we're talking about observing, I have to push a bunch of buttons, like 10 different buttons, just to get everything perfect and immaculate and everything else in between. Bentet looks like he's going to be redirecting himself towards mid, but not going to find anything there. Entrance has already been made on the bomb site B. He wants to rotate to get back out there. Bali does manage to land a headshot. It's now going to be... I love that worm on the hook tactic. Very nicely played from the teamwork at bomb site B, but that rotate is real coming in from TyLoo. 2 versus 2 now. AWP and Bentet's ends, and FLX... 5-7 is looking like he's going to be following up. Just turning away from the box a little bit preemptively. It's now FLX with the AWP. Only seconds to work with. He needs 10 seconds to get the defuse. He doesn't have a kit. Coming in there way too late. Firing into connector. That's going to be somebody taking him down execution style. 15-13. Very well played by J2G. They did their best, and unfortunately, it just was not good enough. So we are going to be seeing TyLoo coming out on top 2 maps in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys would like to enter a giveaway for a USP K-Man Factory New, just type out raffle in chat or see the... what is it? The graphic below this stream window. Click on it and it will take you to a gleam.io giveaway. And then rest is history. So I'll be